Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to DC Fans United. So today I have a special clip I wanted to share with you guys. If you didn't see, 2 or 3 days ago, Alterna Comics did a live stream. It was a really good live stream. It had Peter Simeti and a whole bunch of Alterna Comics creators. So I was in the chat, spamming the chat. I was pretty excited. And I asked if Tinsel Town creator David Lucarelli would be able to talk to us a little bit about Tinsel Town. So I went ahead and asked Peter Simeti on Twitter, and he's a really cool guy. So he said I could put a clip on my channel of it. So I thought it was pretty neat just because, it's a comics pro, and he took my question. Like, that's really professional, and I enjoyed it a lot, so I thought it was really cool and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and include a link to the full live stream in the description box. And just as a side note, I'm gonna be doing my own live stream tonight. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of people on. It's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be like 7 or 8 of us, and we're gonna talk about Batman 89, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and who knows where we'll go from there. We'll probably just talk Batman movies all night. So that's all for now. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't, and please enjoy this clip of David Lucarelli explaining Tinsel Town.
There's just thousands of amazing people within comics, whether it's retailers or creators or whatever, that are good people, hardworking people, people that aren't just trying to make hell for others. And those are the people who are just working their butts off and deserve that time and attention and the spotlight. And hopefully we'll see, 2019 and then 2020, maybe that'll be the shift a bit away from the hateful and more towards the people that are making the difference. I've got a request in the chat from DC Fans United. DC Fans United, Dave Lucarelli, in case you don't know, is a big fan of Tinsel Town and wants to hear from you about the Tinsel Town story, and I'm guessing possibly about any future developments that you have in mind for Tinsel Town.
Yeah, so the final issue of Tinsel Town came out, and there's going to be a collection that's going to come out in time for San Diego that's going to be a director's cut edition, so that's going to have probably 4 to 6 additional pages to it. That's going to have a little wraparound sequence and sort of expand the story in a couple different ways. And I've got the sequel in mind. I've got some general ideas. I know in general what's going to happen. It's all percolating up here right now, and I'm hoping we can get the first issue of the second miniseries out sometime within the next year.
And as far as Tinsel Town goes, what inspired you to create the story?
Well, part of it was my mom was a police officer, so I knew what it was like to a certain extent to grow up around police officers. I knew a little bit about that culture, and I knew what it was like for a female police officer in the 1980s. I knew that in a lot of ways it was really difficult. And I also work in Hollywood, and I'm fascinated with the history of Hollywood. So when I stumbled upon the fact that Universal Studios had some of the earliest female police officers working on their lot as kind of security guards / actors for the tourists, I thought that was really fascinating, and I thought that would be a really interesting story to tell people.
I don't know if you could see the chat, Dave, but you are making this person's night. They are very, very excited.
Well, I'll go out on a high note. I got to actually go, Peter, but I wish you all the best, all of my fellow creators at Alterna. I'm happy to be on board the ship, and I'm looking forward to doing great stuff with all you guys in 2019. So Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Bye, David.
See you later, my man. Take care, David.
But yeah, so hopefully DC Fans United, hopefully that was some pretty good stuff about Tinsel Town. I'm looking forward to seeing some more stories too, featuring Abigail. I'm really, really, really enjoying that series, and it would be such a shame to see it just, that would be it. and I think Dave did a really nice job. He had a separate ending, and he's going to feature that in that director's cut version of the graphic novel. A separate ending that was a little more finite. And he had asked me, well, would you want to continue with more Tinsel Town? Because if you do, I think I should kind of change that ending. And I was like, I'd absolutely love to continue with more Tinsel Town, as long as you guys want to keep making it. And he's like, okay, so we'll come up with the last page that's a bit different. And so they did that, and I'm glad they did, and I'm really looking forward to some more of that story.
End of line.